So MJF and Cole are leaving the ring and Samoa Joe's entrance starts. Of course, it always happens that music starts playing before the previous match is out of the way yet. But you'll never guess, but Joe and MJF had a little set to where Joe shoved him out of the way and got in the ring, and then MJF hit the ring and jumped on Joe. Joe front face locked him. Security came in, pulled him apart. Joe was taunting MJF, so now we've got a glimpse in something that's going to take the place of Punk's rivalry with Samoa Joe, and that hopefully it'll be MJF. That could be interesting.
MJF needs a fresh opponent.
Yes.
And there aren't too many there because he's kind of exhausted the matches we want to see with him against a Moxley or a Jericho or various other people. Again, I always fear the Orange Cassidy match coming. But him and Joe is intriguing. That was the highlight of the whole opening match for me, was just that moment. As soon as Joe's music hit, you said, oh no, they're not going to. And then they tease it. And MJF going to the ring and firing up against Joe may be the best moment he's had as a traditional babyface.
Yeah. Because the people were just, he didn't go in there and poke him in the eye and do his heel stuff. He went in there and started fighting him. And the people, he's got gumption.
I want to see that. I want to see that. You know, I said the other day I wanted to see MJF versus Roddy Strong one time to see what that's like. But MJF and Joe, if it's not just if it's a one-off match, it's intriguing. If it's more than that, it's really intriguing. Babyface MJF versus a heel Samoa Joe.
And they could talk.
That. Yeah. Oh, they could talk.
But Joe he let his actions do his talking for him up against Shane Taylor for the Ring of Honor World TV title. And obviously, this was to get Joe on the card and give him a win. Nothing against Shane Taylor, but as we never even heard of him until last week. They announced the match and played a couple of highlights. And he's a bigger guy, so this was a big man fight. They were chopping hard, punching hard. There wasn't a lot of response because the crowd did not know Shane Taylor. But it was hard and it was snug and it was serious. And I would say if I was critiquing Shane Taylor, he needs to watch the obvious slaps on his strikes, and the boxing shorts are not flattering. And then after they had a nice little meat slapper, Joe got the coquina clutch and got the tap out. And that was what that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't add too much. The first time I've seen Shane Taylor, didn't do anything wrong. It was fine for what it was.
Do you see the shorts are a little off-putting?
Yeah, well, they're very baggy. They're very baggy, yeah.
And seem to be needed to be pulled up a lot.